Good evening to you all. Welcome to CSB IAS Academy Current Affairs Bulletin. First of all, happy Raksha Bandhan to you all. US President Donald Trump said that he wants to ban TikTok. You all know TikTok is a popular Chinese video application that has been a source of national security and censorship in many countries. And President Donald Trump of America also have said the same. He wants to take action and want to ban TikTok, a popular video app TikTok. You all know that TikTok was launched in 2017 by ByteDance. TikTok fun, goofy videos, and the flexibility and use of using it really attracted and became very, very popular. And many thought TikTok is a famous contender to Facebook and also Snapchat. And the news is that uh, TikTok might be purchased by Microsoft. There's a chance that Microsoft might purchase TikTok. Talks are going on. In fact, there's one more news that Donald Trump is trying to persuade TikTok to sell to Microsoft. The company, the app should be sold to Microsoft. This is Donald Trump's interest. There is a news which is not confirmed, it's just a rumor. Uh, in addition to that, recently, India banned 59 Chinese apps, including TikTok, WeChat, Hello, etc. Why India banned? According to official statement, it posed serious threat to sovereignty and security of India. In a press release, Government of India have said that TikTok and other total 59 Chinese apps are prejudicial to sovereignty and integrity of India, defense of India, security of the state, and public order. And the ban was imposed in India on 59 Chinese apps based on Section 69A of Information Technology Act, Section 69A of IT Act, read with the provisions relating to IT rules 2009. And there are many complaints on various Chinese apps, and government might further ban certain Chinese apps in India. Government is thinking to ban more and more Chinese apps in India. Even other governments like America are also thinking the same. They are thinking in the same lines. Next important current affairs. UAE, United Arab Emirates, have become a first Arab country to open a nuclear power plant. And in UAE, the first nuclear power plant was opened. UAE becomes first Arab nation to open a nuclear power plant. And UAE's launch of nuclear power plant raised the concerns in various countries, and particularly the Western countries are saying that in Middle East already Iran and Israel have their nuclear programs, and America is trying to control Iran. By this time, UAE started nuclear power plant, and Israel have many secret nuclear capabilities, and Iran's nuclear program, it's an open secret, everyone knows. Now Middle East might become a volatile East, in the Asian world, because there might be a chance that it might end up into the nuclear war similar to that. And UAE, as you all know, it's a tiny nation that has become a regional heavyweight in the recent past. And recently, I think you all know, UAE also launched a Mars mission. UAE also launched a Mars mission called HOPE. So UAE is doing many science and technological developments in the recent past. Actually, UAE have very good oil resource, oil strength. But now UAE wanted to diversify its strengths. Particularly, it is trying to have its nuclear power so that it can also rely on various sources rather than just relying on nuclear energy. UAE is trying to diversify its energy sources and also its science and technological development. We can see many of the new adventures in UAE in the recent past. And the name of the recent UAE's first nuclear power plant is Baraka, Barakah. So in Arabic, Baraka means blessing. In Arabic, Baraka means blessing. And it's the first plant. It's the first plant. And Baraka was built with the support of Korea, South Korea. Baraka was built with the support of South Korea. And in Baraka, there's a word called criticality, which is very important. The word criticality. What do you mean by criticality? You all know that we use fission method. Generally, to produce nuclear energy, we use fission. So generally, we use the fuels like uranium, plutonium, thorium, etc. Uranium, plutonium, thorium, etc. And here, criticality, the term criticality, generally we use the word criticality. The term criticality signifies a controlled and sustained nuclear fission reaction. The term criticality signifies the initiation of controlled and sustained nuclear fission reaction. This is very important word, criticality. Okay, this is about Baraka. UAE is first nuclear power plant and Arab world's first nuclear power plant. Arab world's first nuclear power plant. And the word criticality have become news last week also. Last week, Kakrapur Atomic Power Project in Gujarat also reached criticality. It also reached criticality. This is also important. So in nuclear reactors, we use fuels. So when we start using fuels, immediately it won't reach criticality. After some time, it will reach criticality when it self-sustains. When it self-sustains, it reach criticality. And when the fuel efficiency increases, it reach criticality. So this is about UAE's first nuclear plant. And last month, UAE is also in news because it has a first Mars mission called Hope. It has a first Mars mission called Hope. Next important news, NASA and SpaceX. NASA and SpaceX. We all know that 2 months back, NASA and SpaceX together have launched a Demo 2 mission, sending astronauts to the International Space Station. And successfully, they have come back. Successfully, they have come back. And first time, a private space agency called SpaceX have lifted the crew up and brought down. And they have come to the Earth. So it's a beautiful mission. SpaceX Demo 2 mission. And this is the news. SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule with the NASA astronauts. SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule with NASA astronauts returned safely to the Earth. They have returned safely to the Earth. Actually, America have sent the last mission in 2011. It was retired. So from last 9 years, from the American soil, no missions went, and America started using Russian capsules and Russian rockets. America started using Russian rockets, and SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule completed a journey, overnight journey from International Space Station and brought the astronauts here. So very important news. SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule with NASA astronauts returned safely to the Earth. You all know that Kalpana Chawla died in the space mission, and you also know that America's Challenger mission have failed, and this time successfully with the help of SpaceX. So state of art technology, number one. Number two, Falcon 9 rocket. Number three, the most important thing is private participation. Not only SpaceX, in future, Boeing also already offer was made to Boeing also. Boeing also will get the opportunity. So let's see how private space sector also help in our space endeavors. So NASA first tried for it. It was successful. NASA SpaceX collaboration. Next important news, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. So Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana accounts reached 40 crore milestone. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana accounts reached 40 crore milestone. More than 40 crore bank accounts opened under government's flagship program Jan Dhan Yojana. And this is the August 2020 is the sixth anniversary of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana was launched on August 28th, 2014. It was launched on August 28th, 2014 to provide universal access and last mile connectivity. To provide universal access and last mile connectivity. And here you should know Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana have so many social security, insurance coverage, and also even without any no frill bank accounts, we can have so many advantages. Particularly the social sector schemes, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana have provided a platform for various social sector schemes. Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana, Atal Pension Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. It have supported various things. Okay, this is Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Next important current affairs is government approved Khadi Agarbatti Atmanirbhar Mission. Khadi Agarbatti Atmanirbhar Mission. See, actually, this mission belongs to KVIC. KVIC. This is the most important point. Khadi and Villages Industries Commission. KVIC, Khadi and Village Industries Commission. Khadi Agarbatti Atmanirbhar Mission aims at supporting artisans and local agarbatti industry. So self-reliant India, artisans and local agarbatti industry. You all know that recently government of India increased more import duties on bamboos for preparation of agarbatti. Government wanted to promote local agarbatti industries. The union government yesterday have launched this program. That is August 2nd, 2020 to generate employment and make India self-reliant. Particularly migrant laborers, jobless workers, they all can depend now on agarbatti industries. And what might be the probable question in this? So first of all, create the employment to the unemployed. Number one. Number two, substantially boost the domestic agarbatti production. So substantially boosting the domestic agarbatti production. And in this program, there are three parties. In this program, first you should remember there are three parties. One is KVIC, Khadi and Village Industries Commission. Second is private sector. Third is artisans. And KVIC will give subsidized automatic machines, electric machines to artisans. And private sectors will give raw materials and employment. Private sector will give raw material and employment. And this is a very important program where private sector is involved, KVIC is involved, and artisans are also involved. There's an agreement where private sector will give employment and KVIC will give subsidized machines. So 2-3 questions are expected here. One is, what is KVIC? KVIC is a statutory body established under Khadi and Village Industries Commission Act 1956. So one prelims question we can expect, what is KVIC? KVIC is a statutory body. And KVIC comes under which ministry? It comes under MSME ministry, Ministry of Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises. It comes under MSME ministry, Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises Ministry. And next important news, in Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy and Raksha Bandhan have launched a new awareness campaign called E-Raksha Bandhan. E-Raksha Bandhan is an online training program on cyber security. So Andhra Pradesh government started a new program called launched a new program called E-Raksha Bandhan, an online training program on cyber security. The program is aimed at creating awareness, particularly with respect to cyber crimes and women. It is more about cyber crimes, particularly it focuses on women-related cyber crimes. CID department, FM radio, AP police, they are all collaborating in this awareness campaign. They are all creating. Through E-Raksha Bandhan, as many as 1 lakh women and girls will be trained about awareness about particularly cyber crimes relating to women, cyber bullying, cyber stalking, all these things. There will be essay writing competitions and other competitions with respect to this. And the next important thing, Prashant Bhushan, who is facing contempt of court proceedings. Prashant Bhushan, the famous lawyer, Supreme Court lawyer, who is facing contempt of court proceedings, have submitted an affidavit. He has submitted an affidavit saying that certain words used by him with respect to Chief Justice of India and democracy, fall of democracy, all these things, they are not at all scandalous towards democracy. He has not done anything wrong. And some 1 or 2 words with respect to Chief Justice of India Bobde not wearing helmet. So one or two issues when the bike is on the stand, when the Bobde did not use helmet, that is okay. That I have done something wrong. But when I spoke, the judiciary is undermining the democracy. I am not at all wrong. This is a statement given by Prashant Bhushan. According to Prashant Bhushan, he has not scandalized the judiciary. As you all know, contempt of court is a serious thing. Article 129 of the Article 129 of the Indian Constitution deals with Supreme Court. If you face contempt of court, it is according to Article 129 in the Supreme Court and 215 in the High Court. And we have a separate act in India called Contempt of Court Act 1971. In that act, we have civil contempt and criminal contempt. So these are all the important news we have today, and we'll meet tomorrow with some other current affairs. And for all of you, if in the chart list, most of you are asking details of certain things, and for all the notes and details of each and every program, you will be getting PDF in Balata CSBIS Academy Telegram channel. You'll getting complete PDFs. You can see that, and wish you happy Rakhi to you all. Thank you.